Hello, I welcome you to AB Math Education. Today we are going to look at what is going on. The gas price is going up to do some kind of math to bring home more understanding. So here you usually pay $45.90, which give you 17 gallons of gas in your car before the Russia-Ukraine conflict. Assuming that this is a linear rate of change and you recently pay 76 and 50 for the same number of gallons of gas, we are going to calculate how much is 1 gallon of gas for your recent visit. So as we are answering the A, so for us to get the unit means 1. For us to get the unit price, we need to know the total cost. So the total cost here was 76 and 50 cents, and then we have to know how many gallons did they give us. According to the question, it gave us the same amount that we used to get, which is 17. We divided and it's giving us $4.50. So this is how much it's costing you right now. Now we move on to question number B. He said, what is the percentage increase? So for us to find the percentage increase, I don't want to throw out a formula here, but we need to master this. So for us to find the percentage increase, we have to know that, hey, it was 45.90, now it's 76. What has happened? What is the increment? So here we need the increment. And once we know the increment, then we have to know where previous, or maybe the original, where did it originated, and then 100%, because we are talking about percent, so that has to come into our mind. This implies that the increment is 76.50. Take away the 45.90, or divided by the 45.90, then we'll multiply by 100%. So that's giving us, as we subtract, we will get 30, 60, then 45.90 times 100%. And as we do the math, we put in our calculator, realize that we are getting 66.66667, something like that. So as we run it up to the nearest whole number, we are getting 67% increment. That's a lot. So that's the reason why a lot of people are complaining. So all these figures kind of is using the real life, my own information to do that, and that's what is happening within a short possible time. Because of the conflict, there has been about 67% increment. It could be even more than that. So as you're watching the video, let's leave a comment and let me see how much is yours has been increased. Now we want to find how many gallons 76.50 would have gotten us in the old. If it was nothing happened, how much we could have able to use the 76.50 to get. We have to know the unit in the old, a unit price. When we talk about unit, it means 1, a unit price in the old. We know that the total costed at 45.50, and then we divide it by the total gallons, and that is going to give us $2.70. So if that is the case, then how many gallons our 76 would have get us is going to be the total divided by 1 gallon that we used to pay, which is $2.70, and that is giving up as around 28.333. So 3 keep on recurring, and then if we want to really run it to some number, then we will say it's 28 gallons. So if it wasn't the present gas increase, then this 76.50 would have given us like 28 gallons of gas, which is a lot. I hope we are getting the real situation and then the math together. We want to do more as we are in there. So this is a little bit typical MEV. So we want to use the slope to come in play in here so that you will see that what we have been learning in books, what we have been doing in school is really related to everyday activities. So here in 2015, the average price of a gas was $2.43, and this is really real. You can Google it online. And in 2020, the average price was $2.60, and this is based on a linear module. That means we are talking about slope. What will be the approximate predicted average price for 2022? So we're in 2022. So for all things being equal, what would have been the average? Average we talk about, we add the whole month, January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September. We add all the way to December. We add all of it and then we divide by how they get their average. Then we can able to predict. So here we can say that okay, in 2015, give us $2.43, and then 2020 give us $2.60. Then we want to figure out 2020. Yeah, so I know you guys are genius. You can use a whole lot of stuff to do this, but here purely I want us to use a slope to bring out more picture into this rate of change. So at the start here, I mean 2015 is what we are looking at. So we can label it as 0. That's the start, and then the amount is $2.43. Kind of from 2015 to 2020 is 5. So 5 years elapsed, so we can make it 5. We want to make the numbers really small so that we can work with it. So in 2022, will be what point? Will be 7.7. So here will be 7, and here we don't know. All right, so here we can find our slope, and then we can able to module all that. So we can talk about slope, which is y is equals to ms plus b. If you're in Europe, say plus c, all of them is the same. A slope intercept form, and then we can also talk about the rise of a run, y2 minus y1, all divided by x2 minus x. That's the same as the rise over run, and that gives us a slope m. So here, first of all, let's go ahead and get our slope. We're going to use this point, this, and this. And remember, the first point here is the x, and this is the y, x, and y. Okay, finding the slope of that. So we got 0, 2.43. So remember, as I said, here you can just join the y to the y, and that is a right. So it goes up, and then you join the x together. That's go at the bottom because that's a run. So as we are looking for our slope, it's just we are starting from here, and the y is just $2.60 minus $2.43, all divided by, since we picked this one here, we're going to pick the 5, take away 0. We do the math. So 17 cents, all divided by 5. That's giving us 0.034. So here we can we can put it together to get that. So we can get this is a slope, so it's 0.034x here plus our b. So our b, that make it, the b should have been make very simple here. The interpretation of the b is always a start or the initial point. Okay, so at the initial point, which is the y-intercept, right here, this give us. So at the initial, we got x to be 0. So this is the y-intercept. We can put everything together, and then we get 0.034x plus $2.43. So now we want to predict our prediction for 2022. We can say that it's going to be 0.034 Remember here, the x component here is 7. So times 7 plus $2.43. And when we do the math, well, let's see what it gets at. Okay, so when we do the math, we multiply 7 times 0.034, and that gives us 0.238, and then we added it to $2.43, and that gives us $2.68, and there is some coin over there, so we run it up, and then we are getting $2.67. That's a prediction that we're supposed to get a average price of gas for 2022, but because of all that's going on, it might not be exact. It might be above. Thank you for watching. If today is your first time here, please take a seconds of your time, subscribe, click the notification bell. Anytime we upload a video, then you get it every week. We are uploading at least one video to address all these math concepts to help students understand more and more. Bye bye. Be blessed.